the book of air, the era of Aquarius. The credits are still rolling. The solstice was the darkness before the next chapter was to begin. You know how a movie ends and there's a scene change? It always goes to dark first before the light starts and you see the credits rolling, starring Montague Connolly, starring Anubis Heru, starring whoever's in there. Okay? We have entered the book of air, the opening credits, the era of Aquarius. We completed a cycle. We left the era of scorched earth. And now we're moving into the era, or have already moved into the era of the book of air. Who is your character in here? You are the main character of this story. Okay? What energy are you going to bring? There were some downloads that happened during the solstice, the darkest day of the year. It pulled us all inward to go into the dark places of our souls, to receive the downloads, to receive enhancements that came due to the conjunction. And this conjunction is going to last until about March 14th. So you haven't run out of time to capitalize off this energy. It's just that the best time to seed it was during the solstice. And now is the period of watering those seeds. You're going to want to do something every day towards your goals. And I'm talking about at least an hour for yourself. So maybe you go to work, but then you give yourself an hour at least of structured time to gear towards your purpose. You're not going to just do this when you feel like it. This is going to be structured time. Okay? And we did get our superpowers. For those of you who didn't feel like you got superpowers, your time is coming. What do I mean by superpowers? Some people were expecting laser beams to come out of their eyes. Some people thought they'd be flying to work. Bye, baby. Some people thought that they would be crushing bricks with their hands. But those aren't the practical powers that we need. What do we need? We need more courage. We need more charisma. Some people had unexpected explosions of charisma on the solstice. And what does that produce? Great leaders. Because they're going to magnify calling in the people that they needed to hear, that need to hear them. This is the age of Aquarius, the age of the voice that is not heard, finally being heard, the unique voice, the alternative voice. Giving a platform to those voices who didn't used to have platforms. We receive superpowers on the solstice. Some people receive the power of synchronicity that didn't have it before. Some people are like, oh my goodness, whatever I want, I knock on the door and bam, it's there. A phone call happens. That didn't seem to be in sync with that before. Some people have become containers for dreams. When before this solstice, they couldn't remember their dreams. Some people are lucid dreaming now. Some people astral traveled for the first time. These are the kind of superpowers that were developed yesterday. Some people experience clarity of mind. You see, what we received were downloads. What happened, we were sprinkled with seeds. You know how at the end of a level of some games, it like tallies up your coins? Bring, 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 bring. That's what happened. We leveled up. Now the question is, what are you going to do with this level up, with this newfound courage, this newfound charisma, these new projects that have been put on your heart? Some people have received ancient stories and have started typing things that they had no previous cares about. See, these are powerful times as we enter into the book of air. Because 200 years from now, the world's going to look completely different than it did during the book of scorched earth. And you are an important player in this book of air. We get to kick it off, and then we pass it to our children. We did receive our superpowers. And it's powerful, this astrological event. One thing that's really powerful about that is it shows that there's something that man cannot tamper with. And that's the stars and the planets. The great clock that lets us know when things are shifting. Can't be tampered with. Every year, there's going to be an equinox. 2 equinoxes. A vernal equinox, an autumn equinox, where the days and nights are equal. There's going to be 2 solstices every year, regardless on if they mess with time zones, mess with the months. It doesn't matter. The calendar's been messed with a million times. And guess what? There's still one time a year where the day is the shortest. And there's a time of year where the day is the longest. And there's 2 times a year where night and day are equal. This also happens planetarily. They can't stop Saturn and Jupiter from conjuncting. They couldn't stop Saturn from lessening the effects. They couldn't stop Jupiter from lessening the effects on Saturn. Saturn, the planet that's saying, no, it's not time yet. Move slow. No, this is restricted. You can't go here. You have karma. Saturn has been silenced by the loudness of the Jupiter party. It's like when the Grinch went to Whoville. The Grinch seemed loud when he was up in his mountain. Rah, 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 Christmas, 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 right? When he went to Whoville, they started shoving pies in his face. He's getting caught up in all the... That's what's happening with Saturn right now. Saturn doesn't have the position and the alone time to do what Saturn likes to do. Restrict. Let me check this. No, that's not good. No, he doesn't have a voice right now. And so this is the time of endless possibilities as far as downloads are concerned. Charisma explosions, empathy explosions. People are feeling people from all around the world. Dreams, astral travel, synchronicities, energy, surprise healings. Okay? Welcome to the book of air. Get your team together. If you don't already have your team, you're going to need a team that's going to push the main character, which is you, in the direction that will lead to where you fit in the grand scheme of this book of air. Time will only tell what we do with this newfound ability. But it is there. And you still have time to play off of these energies. We got a full moon coming up, and as things wax, as the moon gets bigger, you still have time to add on. All right? Peace, love, and soul. I'll see you next time.